pumpkins often associated with Halloween, but in the world of baking, pumpkins are one of the main ingredients during the fall season. And I'm being joined this morning by the sous chef from Orchid Pastry, Nicole Britton. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
It smells delicious and it looks even better. You've done quite the spread for us, and I know you're a perfectionist because I saw you put these desserts together. So what are we making this morning?
This morning we are going to prepare a pumpkin creme brulee. But before that, we're actually going to talk about how to deconstruct a pumpkin and roast it and make your own puree at home.
Okay, so the making of the puree, that's key, right?
Definitely.
Not using canned?
Yeah, you get a stronger flavor if you do your own pumpkin.
Okay.
And yeah.
So you've got some puree right here. So
yes,
how did you get to that point?
Yes, we did make our own puree. So what you do is you wash off your pumpkin. If you've carved it the night before and it's only been out a few hours, you can use your carved pumpkin. Otherwise, use a fresh pumpkin. Wipe it off, quarter it, seed it, roast it at 350 for about 90 minutes with a cup of water in the pan. Do it skin side up.
Okay.
Takes about 90 minutes. Scrape it out, puree it, strain it overnight in cheesecloth, and then you're good to go.
There, you've got your pumpkin puree. Easy as that. Do you cover that when you're roasting it?
No, you just leave it quite open with
Leave
just
it
a
with
cup
the
of water.
Okay, terrific. So here's the pumpkin puree that you've got. Have you spiced this at all?
No, not yet.
Okay, so that's still to come. So the brulee, it's simple ingredients.
Very simple. Everybody should have everything at home.
Okay,
perfect.
Where do we start?
So you just have your eggs and egg yolks. So that's 3 eggs and 5 egg yolks. So you mix those with your sugar and spices. Now you can change up the spices as much as you want depending on where you like to be.
Okay.
And you like to use a spatula.
Where do you like to be with your spices?
I like to be more spicy on mine. More nutmeg, more ginger. Not so much on the cinnamon. So you don't want to use a whisk. You don't want air bubbles.
Yes.
As that affects the end product, and you've got a nice clean product at the end.
Okay. So you're blending this together with a spatula.
Just a spatula.
And is it key to not stir too much then?
Not too much, no. Just until they're nicely incorporated, then you're ready to go. Then you have your cream in your pot.
Now, I always perceived creme brulee to be kind of complicated. Is it tricky?
The only complicated part is when you're baking it, is knowing when it's done versus when it's not done.
Right.
Right, that's the only part. So you have your cream and your pumpkin in your pot, and you just want to bring it to a simmer. You don't want to boil it. It has to do with enzymes and such in the cream it'll break down.
So
you don't want to
low
boil
heat.
it. Low heat, bring it to a simmer. And once that simmers, you want to add that to your
egg mixture.
Your egg mixture.
Okay. Got
so you
it.
just have that as a simmer, so then you add that into your pot.
So you're going warm into cold.
Warm into cold, yes. Mix that around. And then it actually goes back into the pot for about 5 minutes. Pretty much you're just pre-cooking the eggs.
Okay. I'm going to be on cleanup duty for you here.
Thank you.
And then how long does that go back in the pot for?
Goes about 5 minutes or so. You're not bringing it to a boiler or anything. You're just pre-cooking the eggs. The eggs coagulate around 80 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
That's kind of what you're looking for.
Got it.
Pretty much making a creme anglaise.
Now, at Orchid Pastry, are you guys working with a lot of pumpkin these days?
Yes,
you are.
We are just getting into the Christmas season, so we have flans and tarts and cheesecakes and pies. We have these are our this is what we're known for, is the pumpkin roll.
Beautiful.
A variety of flavors of the rolls.
Stunning. Okay, we're almost out of time here. How
So
do we
this one's
finish
good
this
to
up?
go.
Okay.
So you pour those into your ramekins.
And through the magic of television, we have some final products that have been baked. And how long did you bake these for?
You bake those at 300 for 35 to 45 minutes in a water bath. So you want to bring the water about halfway up to your ramekins. Ramekins vary in sizes.
And it won't crack on top.
Exactly.
But we do want the sugar to crack on top, so this is the fun part.
This is the fun part. So you want a fairly thick layer, but you don't want it to bunch up, because otherwise it'll not cook underneath. You want to cook all the sugar.
And let's light some things up here this morning. Pumpkin creme brulee from Orchid Pastry, which is on Center and McKnight, between McKnight and 64th.
We're closer to 64th.
Closer to 64th. Gorgeous.
There you have your creme brulee. You can also do this in the broiler, just on high. Just keep an eye on it, otherwise it'll burn.
Yeah. If you don't
At
have a
home, you can
torch.
do it in the
Excellent. That was great. Thank you so much,
You're very
Nicole.
welcome.
It looks delicious, as does everything else on the table. We are very lucky to dig into this. And Mike Yanni is getting treated this morning as well. Mike?